Hello everyone, welcome to your new favorite cricket fan channel called Willow and Leather. This is Shravan joining you again to continue the series of IPL 2024 preview. We're doing previews for one team at a time, and the team for this video is Gujarat Titans. Uh, Twice in the competition so far, champions in 2022 and runners up in 2023 by the barest of margins. What does the team have in store for us this year around? Let's check it out. Let's firstly look at some of the key changes for the team. I think there have been two big losses for the team, and I am not sure they've been able to fill those gaps. So let's look at those very quickly. First and foremost, the biggest change for the team, Hardik Pandya moving from Gujarat Titans to Mumbai Indians. So Gujarat Titans are without an all-rounder of Hardik Pandya's level and skill set, and obviously that also means a change in the captaincy for the team, so a little bit of a shake-up in the leadership there. Plus, more recently, Mohammad Shami has been ruled out due to an injury, and he'll be out for the entire season. So that is a big loss for the team as well. But on the bright side, a couple of good additions. Firstly, Kane Williamson is back from his injury. He had a very unfortunate ACL injury last year. And he could not really participate for majority of the season for Gujarat Titans. But him being back, I think that's definitely an added advantage for the team. Brings a lot of calmness and maturity to the squad. And I think Shubman Gill being the captain this time around, a very young captain, not a whole lot of captaincy experience. I think having someone like a Kane Williamson around will definitely be a big boost for Shubman Gill and for the rest of the team. So he's back. Plus, in addition to that, they did make one big purchase in the name of Shah Rukh Khan, the big hitter. From Tamil Nadu, played with Kings 11 or Punjab Kings last year. But he's found his way now over to Gujarat Titans, and I think he'll be a pretty good addition to the team as well. They've also brought in a youngster, what they're calling as the new version of Mahendra Singh Dhoni. He's called Robin Mins. So a wicketkeeper batsman who's kind of a very eye-catchy player from what I've heard of him. So he'll be someone to keep an eye out on as well. But those are the key changes. Let's talk a little bit about their strengths and weaknesses. Firstly, from a strengths point of view, I think their spinners are their biggest strength in the form of Rashid Khan and Noor Ahmed. I think the two of them leg spinners, but one of them is a left arm leg spinner, so adds a lot of variety. Both are still, or Noor Ahmed specifically is more of a mystery bowler. Rashid Khan, everyone knows what he is capable of doing and how he can influence not just individual games but entire tournaments. So I think that spin duo is definitely a big strength for the Gujarat Titans camp. The other strength that I can see right away is they probably have the best set of finishers as a group between David Miller and Rahul Tewatia. I think the two of them have done a fantastic job over the last couple of years for Gujarat Titans, and I think those two players were like key reasons why Gujarat Titans were able to win so many games during the league phases, because these two guys just pulled some matches out of nowhere and ended up winning the games for their teams. And both of them have found a new sense of energy and zeal, and they've been performing very, very well in this camp. So I think those two together form a great finishing pair. And now this season, add someone like a Shah Rukh Khan into the mix. That makes it a very, very formidable back unit for the batting, or the lower order of the batting, which is very, very strong now. And after all these guys, there's someone like Rashid Khan to follow as well. He's no mug with the bat either. So I think as a set of finishers, this team is looking very, very strong. In terms of weaknesses, I think one key area that I hinted upon earlier was that they haven't found a replacement for someone like a Mohammad Shami. You would look at Shami as the leader of the pack there for the bowlers, but him being out, I think that's a big loss for them, and they haven't really filled in or replaced him with any good quality bowlers. They had a lot of money to shell out in the auction, but they failed to buy a game-changing bowler with it, unfortunately. So that's something that they'll have to manage effectively, and see who else from the team can step up and really be that leader of the pack for their bowlers. They did bring in a couple of guys like Karthik Tyagi and Spencer Johnson, Omar Zai, for example. So I think a mix of those can give you, I think, a good amount of impact on the game. But again, I don't look at any one of them as a leader of the bowling attack, and Shami's loss is going to be pretty big for them. Obviously, there is Mohit Sharma as well, which is great to see. I think overall the attack is decent, but looks like the head of that attack is missing at this point. So they'll just need to figure out how best to address that. Moving on to my predicted starting 12 for the team. At number 1, I have put in Shubman Gill, captain. I think it's going to be a big season for him just because of the sheer amount of responsibility and pressure on him now as the captain as well. But I think it's very important for him to make sure that, the captaincy doesn't really impact his batting in any way. First and foremost, he should be, looking at getting enough runs under his belt, and, being consistent as a batsman, I think, will automatically give him a little extra confidence in his captaincy as well. So I think it's very important for him to have a good run again this year as a batsman. Opening alongside him, right now I put down Vridhiman Saha, again, keeper, one of the veterans of the IPL now at this point, but I think over the last few years he's found a very, very particularly specific job to do, come in the power play, open the innings, and then just take the attack to the opposition. And then once the power play is done, he pretty much does his bit and leaves the rest of the job to be done by the middle order and the lower order. And that ploy seems to have worked very well for them. So they could very well continue doing that. And then at number 3, I have Sai Sudarshan, another one of the revelations from last season. We all saw what kind of a performance he had in the knockout games. I would like to see him get a continued longer run at number 3 if possible, because that guy has talent, and I think he's probably raring to go again, and will want to make a case for the India team soon as well. So it'll be nice for him to get a run at number 3, and we can see how well he does there. Number 4, I have Kane Williamson. Like I said, I think him coming back into the mix for the team is a big addition, not just in terms of his batting ability, but even in terms of his leadership and his presence of mind. He is someone, if Gujarat is visiting certain grounds where 140, 150 kind of scores are tricky to get sometimes, you're chasing down a mediocre score and you need someone with like a calming presence in the middle, he's the man for the job. He's done it time and again, and I think Gujarat Titans will greatly benefit from having him around. At number 5, I have David Biller. He's just been on fire over the last couple of years. I think he's found his true calling here now at Gujarat Titans. Not someone who had, lived up to his name previously in other teams in the IPL, but at Gujarat Titans, I think he's found his mojo, and he's definitely been a fantastic addition to the team, devastating in the middle overs and can be equally explosive towards the end as well. So I think he'll be a great fit coming in at number 5. At number 6, I have slotted in Shah Rukh Khan. I just feel like Shah Rukh Khan probably has a better hitting game against spinners compared to Rahul Tewatia, which is why I've pushed Tewatia down to 7 and Shah Rukh Khan at 6. Between the two, I think partnering up with someone like a David Miller, I think they can get the team over the line on multiple occasions. So those are my 6 and 7, Shah Rukh Khan and Rahul Tewatia. And at number 8, I have Rashid Khan. After the specific set of finishers, dedicated finishers that they have. Rashid Khan is like the perfect number 8 to come in and just tilt a game on its head just with like a few deliveries. So I think he'll definitely have an impact with the bat too. And we all know about his bowling, so I don't think there's much to be said there. At number 9, I've slotted in Mohd Sharma. We all know the kind of breakthrough season he had last year. Again, one of those IPL veterans who's been around for a long time, but really hadn't found his true calling until he moved to Gujarat Titans. And that performance last season was exceptional. Barring the last 2 deliveries of the season in the finals, I think he has a lot to be proud of, but he will want to come back again and make an impact again, just to kind of show that it wasn't like a one-hit wonder, and he will want to try and get as much out of this team as possible, and he will want to take this team as far as possible. At number 10, I have Umesh Yadav, another veteran of the IPL, has moved around quite a few franchises till now, and I think this time around, especially with Mohammad Shami not being there, I think Umesh Yadav can expect a longer run and be picked more consistently in the team. And I think he still has the experience to do well. I think he'll just need to figure out how to be more lethal towards the end. I think as a new ball bowler, he is fairly effective, but in the middle overs and in the death overs, I think it remains to be seen how effective he can be. But if he gets going as well, I think in partnership with someone like a Mohd Sharma, I think they can make a good pair. At number 11, I have Noor Ahmed. Again, the other part of the spin duo, Afghani spin duo for Gujarat Titans. Does a lot with the ball, not as handy with the bat, but then he provides so much variety in terms of a left-hand leg spinner for the team. And again, it's going to be very hard for teams to pick him. He was incredibly good last year as well, and I'm sure he will want to continue the same form this year too. Right at number 12, I have Karthik Tyagi, promising young fast bowler. Again, he's played at a couple of franchises previously, has had kind of an up and down kind of last couple of years. Has a lot going for him, and he's fairly young, so I think he deserves a pretty decent run. Comes in and bowls with great pace and has a lot of heart. I think there is definitely some solid talent there. I think he just needs a good run of games, and again, one of those players that I think will probably benefit from someone like a Shami being out. He might get a longer run of games as well, and I think he can definitely flourish under this camp too. Right, so those are my players starting 12. Obviously, having to include both Rashid Khan and Noor Ahmed takes away 2 overseas slots, and I would have to reserve the other 2 overseas slots for someone like Kane Williamson and David Miller. So some of the other overseas bowlers don't really make the cut here, unfortunately. Someone like Spencer Johnson, who's kind of burst onto the scene internationally last year. He could be a great utility player, and can slot in as in when the pitches or the tracks change. I think they might look at maybe switching out Noor Ahmed for one of the other overseas pace bowlers. So Spencer Johnson is an option, Josh Little is an option, even someone like an Omar Zai is an option as well. So they do have a few options in there, but I think I think they'll probably stick to Noor Ahmed for most of the games. But just to change things up based on the conditions, I think they might want to bring in one of these overseas fast bowlers as well. Cool. So that's my expected starting 12. In terms of predictions, I think Hardik Pandya's loss is a big one. I think yes, there were he was just one part of the leadership group that won them the title and made them runners up last year. Ashish Nehra is still there, and I think he has a big impact on the team as well. But I think someone like Hardik Pandya missing out or not being a part of this team will definitely hurt Gujarat Titans' chances. And not just from a captaincy standpoint, I think as a player as well, Hardik Pandya is one of those very, very few players who can offer really exceptionally dangerous batting in the middle and the death overs and bowl some really solid overs, bowling medium pace. So that kind of talent is very rare to find in the world, especially in India. Domestically, you can't find as many players of that quality who can do a bit of both. So I think he'll definitely be a big loss, and they'll have to cope with it. And the fact that Mohammad Shami is out for the season as well, that kind of dents a little bit of their bowling too. So I think it's going to be a tougher season. Shubman Gill, first time as a captain, so I'm sure he'll be under a lot of pressure as well. If all of their cogs kind of fit together and they all start working well, they could have a decent shot at it. But the way I'm looking at it right now, I find it a little challenging for them to qualify for the playoffs this year. Magical couple of seasons. I don't know if that'll be the case this time around, but having said that, I don't think anybody gave them a chance to qualify in their first year as well, but they just happened to bring the best out of some of the players in their squad. Let's see, they might just prove us wrong again and qualify and do better. So time will tell, but that's my summary of Gujarat Titans. Hope you liked the video. Thanks again for watching. Please do like, share and subscribe to this channel. Please pass this video on to other friends that are passionate about cricket and passionate about the IPL, so that this channel can get a lot more visibility as well, and we can continue putting out more interesting content for all of you. Right, we'll be back in the next one with the preview for another team, but thanks again for joining. This is Willow and Leather, and this is Shravan here signing off. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.